Hey, how are you, Kenny? I want to do this video response to you, talking to you directly. Before I do that, I want to say shout outs to Xbox Addict. Unfortunately, due to his ailments, he didn't make it and he passed on to a better life. It's very sad. He's a great person. He was a great addition in the Xbox community, in gaming, in the community of gaming, rather, in general. Very kind soul, always did a lot of nice things, like giveaways, and a true fan, you know, of the culture. So this video in no way, shape, or form is to disrespect him or his honor, or his legacy for that matter. But I have to do this, Kenny, to talk to you, basically. To talk to you because you've never talked to me at all in party chats and in any method or shape or way before. And I saw you did a video yesterday which you titled The Voices of the Xbox Community. Your thoughts on that? This video is not an attack on you, because whether you believe it or not, I don't hate you. I don't have anything against you. I really don't even know you. But I've never passed judgment on you, ever, for anything that I've seen you do or that you support or sponsor on your channel, on your Facebook group, on Twitter, or on Xbox. Because I have no right to, as an adult and as someone that doesn't know you personally. And so this is not an attack to you or a hate video to you or a beef video. This is more like me speaking to you if we were front and face to face with each other, or on Skype or something of that nature. To let you know a little bit about myself and the things you said in your video and allegations you made and the things you implied, that really saddened me. It hurt a lot because since I got on the scene, I've always supported you once I met you. I've always been extended a friendly gesture or invitation to you every time. And you never accepted it because you had issues that were personal in your life with your dad and your own personal feelings, which I completely respected and always understood. But now what hurt me was that I was in complete awe and shock that although you never came to me personally and talked to me, even though you've been on my friends list on Xbox Live for over 2 years, or about 2 years, right? Never once have you said, hey, listen, I want to talk to you about something that is in my mind about you, or that I need to talk to you about. And talk to me personally first, to get to know me as a human being in real life. So I'm not talking to you here today as Hebot 8 or Hebot Powerful Gamer. No. I'm talking to you as me, Christopher, a human being, a real person, who I really am. Like I always try to be with everyone that's genuine with me or that watches my video. Because although I just go by that alias or character name, it's all in good fun. Okay? But to address a couple of things, I'll start with number one. I never, in any of my videos or anything I've ever done on Facebook, Twitter, social media, podcasts, ever claimed to be the voice of the Xbox community. I never self-appointed myself or even made that type of assumption, or not assumption, but alluded to that idea that I was the voice of Xbox. I'm the voice of Christopher, myself, he bought in this case, right? I play games. I have all consoles. I support this hobby just as much as anyone else, if not more. But I never make accusations or assumptions to anybody that I never really reciprocated anything to or talked to or really know them personally. And unfortunately, since I started this, Kenny, from Facebook to now, right, I've been attacked personally by a lot of people because they don't like my wealth of knowledge that I have, or they don't like the fact that they can't sell me on BS when I see something that I feel and know is BS, right? So if I, right, Kenny, if I have never, okay, you said to me, you said that I was the voice of Xbox, or said it with your title, right? Said you'll mention a few people, and the main person that came out of your mouth was me and my friend E-Rock X. Okay? You mentioned other people, and you said why you stopped following them. Same way you said, other people that you haven't stopped following because you believe and like the fact that they never have problems with anybody. Well, to address one of the things you said also, before I get into the more complex things, you said when I had the debate with Ryan London on my channel, right, about that I was trying to explain to Ryan London that PC gamers and Xbox and console gamers, right, have nothing to do with each other. They're very different. They stem from a different idea and stem from a different place, especially when they come from places like myself, because I'm a rooted gamer where I started my gaming hobby from the Atari era and the arcades, right? Which you and many others maybe not even know or experienced firsthand. I did. Okay? You said that you heard me say something about the guy and his girlfriend, and that from that point, one of those things that I said you didn't like because I got offensive with him. When first and foremost, that's not how it happened. Okay, we were doing a debate live while he was on an Xbox Live party chat, and is on the other end by him with friends of his, where they were trying to troll and make fun. Okay, and what happened was when we had that debate, almost 2 hours in, he says, something about snarky about I should just go to sleep and lay down with my wife, right? And then he said, and plus I have to go soon because my girlfriend's waiting for me. And I said, well, why would any man make their girlfriend wait 2 hours to come debate with another man about something stupid like gaming? That was the extent of it. And then his friends on the other end, that you couldn't hear because you didn't have the headphones on and you weren't there, were being disrespectful and saying stupid shit, which I could hear over the headphone mic on his party chat conversation, plus the live chat that we had. Okay? So it wasn't that I disrespected him. And you said from that point on, you really stopped following, you didn't pay attention. Well, if you would have seen that the very next day, I did another podcast with E-Rock, speaking about the situation and what happened and how I felt that it didn't get anywhere. It was non-fruitful or any point behind it because of the fact that neither one of us got the point across because it got out of hand. But that I didn't mean for my audience to see that and experience that in my channel, because I didn't think it was something to be proud of, because it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with the point that I was trying to get across. You see? And if you would have seen and followed, you would have seen that I did that with E-Rock. So that's the first point where you're wrong about me. The first topic. The second topic, you started to say that because I'm a 42-year-old and E-Rock is a 49-year-old, that we need to stop letting trolls get to us, and that we need to start acting more mature because we're acting childish. When the reality of it that you do not know is I don't troll anyone. I've never trolled anyone. Personally, ever. Or personally attacked anyone. All that started from when I was on Facebook in a gaming group where someone had a discussion with me about gaming, couldn't keep up with me because they didn't have knowledge, because they were not really gaming or gamers to the point, quote unquote, that they claimed to be. So they got frustrated and angry and kept stalking me and doing stupid memes until to the point where I kept answering back. And they went in my personal Facebook group or Facebook page and took pictures of my wife and me and made fun of my wife and myself. Which that's none of nobody's business, not yours, not anybody's. But that's how it all started. That's where all that trolling has started and all that stupidity back and forth against me on Twitter. And I'm sorry that you have to be there in the thread listening and hearing because it's constant. It got personal, Kenny. It wasn't just trolling. See, when I troll, I do it as satire, to have fun. Because yes, you can console war to have fun. This is something that existed for many years. It comes with the territory. It's not going to change. It's like people that like sports and argue about their teams, about who's better and who's not, who made a good move and who didn't. It's supposed to be all in good fun. The problem is there's too many people in the world that just have lunacy, mind thinking, and act really immature and get out of hand, cross the line, and do things that shouldn't be done. Which I've never done that. And if you followed me or paid attention to me, since I know you followed me in certain places, you would know that that was never been the case with me. I don't do that. When I put up anything, is to either call out hypocrisy between gamers, media, trolls, whatever, and I do it with facts, or I try to put up factual things that prove what the statements that I try to make or talk about. Or I do it to be funny, just to have fun, right? Like the challenge I put up about let's put pics of Xbox exclusives and PlayStation exclusives to see if the graphic fidelity and the difference is really that bad, the way that people claim. That's to have fun. It comes with the territory. So when you tell me that I'm being immature, you have no idea what you're talking about. You see, Kenny, you may not know this, but you obviously don't know this, really. That's really the right way to say it. But the reason why I try to have fun with this is because I've had a lot of sad, harsh, and really difficult times in my life. Like I'm sure many other people out here had or have as well. Since I was the age of 13, the first really big thing that I had to experience and see was when my father, who raised me, which was my stepfather, but he raised me, so he was my father. His heart, all his valves burst at once, and he died in my arms in the bathroom of my home. After that, many years later, when I was 29 years old, my mother died of an aneurysm. In that same bathroom, in my same arms. I had my best friend, brains busted out right next to me when I was in my 20s. When we were out one day, because they wanted to rob him for his gold and chain. And the only thing I've been able to be proud of in my life is my successful relationship with my significant other, my wife, for 22 years, and my 8 beautiful kids that I've been able to have the privilege to attain, which one of my daughters has autism, selective autism. Okay? And I have ailments myself, and my wife just was recently diagnosed with some ailments as well that I've been dealing with for the last 3 months. So when I was getting personally attacked, you probably, obviously, you must have not really been paying attention. I had people putting pics of me, calling me a tranny or a transvestite because of all my hoop hearings, because it's a style that I attained many years ago that I continued with, which doesn't defy who I am. Doesn't say the story of who I am. Okay? Calling me a she-bot or whatever, doing all kinds of stuff. Then you have the nerve to say that I didn't block anybody. When I have blocked over 50 people in the last 2 months on my timeline. Because I'm not going to waste my time with ignorance. Because I'm an adult. And because I want to go about it in an adult manner. I talk back and forth the best that I can to the point where once it gets out of hand and there's nothing coming across to the people's minds, then it's pointless. So I'll block. And I don't care if they think it's because I'm being a coward or because I can't hang out with them. I have a life. I have 4 kids in college, or 5 actually going now, that I have to transport every day. My wife's grandmother is, senile, that we have to take care of. She's 90 years old, 92, or actually 87, sorry. Okay? These are the things that this person that you proclaim is immature and childish, lives on a daily basis. So for me to do things as satire or to be fun on Twitter based on gaming, it's all in good fun because I've already experienced on a daily basis enough harsh realities and sad realities and tough life choices, decisions, and, in general, dilemmas that come up that you might not have a clue about because you don't seem to have kids, a wife. And I know what it felt like when you lost your father. Okay? So that's why I was able to relate. And I've done nothing but support you and reciprocate love and support to your channel. I was like the 4th member of your Facebook group, Jago Gaming. Maybe 5th, I don't know. I don't remember, but I know it was one of the first people. And I've always liked everything you've put up. Never always agrees with what you said, but I'm not going to pass judgment on you because I don't agree with you, because it's your life and it's your opinion, it's your thoughts. You have every right to feel, you have every right to feel the way that you do. But that never also made me cross my mind to pass judgment on you as a person in real life, because I don't know you personally in real life. So this to my disheartening thoughts and feel, this video is very hard for me to make because I was very fond of you and I really respect you. And I cannot believe that even though I've always tried to hit you up on Xbox Live every once in a while, and in my videos I shouted you out and tried to get you to come on a podcast to talk with us about games, not about drama, about games. You've always said no, and I respected that and all that stuff, but now, all of a sudden, you make a video making judgment about me as a person and E-Rock, when you know neither one of us at all. I mean, when you did that video talking about when you wanted the Lunar White controller from GameStop, you said, I don't know if I can get it here in my EBs. I reached out to you. I said, hey, dude, if you want, I'll pick it up for you and I'll send it to you. Because I wanted to look out for you, because I really liked what you did in your channel and I supported it. Like I said, whether I agree with you or not, it had nothing to do with it. Because you never bother anybody. You always talked about, what you do and what you like in games and consoles. And I respect that. But unfortunately, you couldn't do the same to me or E-Rock, right? This, so I have a question that I can only ask to you, and this is the only thing I can expect is who in the community that are well known or that you may deal with ever extended their hand in friendship or support to you? People like Dealer or Next Gen or Crap, Mooch, Cole Eastwood, anybody that you may follow and support, let's just say, right, has ever extended their hand to say, hey, Kenny, will you join us? Come out here. Talk with us. People need to hear your voice. People need to hear your thoughts. You're a gamer. You know, you're a part of the community, and you deserve to be heard. Because I know I did on numerous occasions. Now, I'm not saying nobody else didn't. That's why I'm asking you, who has? Because if they haven't, think about what I'm saying to you. I did. I extended a friendship to you that you chose not to take across. So my point is, if you didn't have the time, or you felt it was not worth your time, perhaps, to reciprocate back when I tried to reciprocate to you that friendship, then where do you get the idea that it's okay for you to say I'm this or I'm that or I'm childish or I'm this or I'm that or I don't block people or that I did something disrespectful with things that you have no idea and no knowledge about and never took the time to at least come talk to me personally on a personal chat or on a personal DM to ask me yourself if it was bothering you because you appreciated me as somebody on YouTube or that you know because of YouTube. Because if you really did appreciate me, that's the way you would have done it. And the only reason I'm doing this in a video is because you gave me no choice. You did it on your channel, so now I'm answering you back the same way in a respectful manner via video as well. Because we never talk. Like I said, you've been in my friends list for over 2 years, and we've never once have come on a party chat, even though I tried to invite you before. So I wasn't good enough for you to get to know as a friend, but I was good enough for you to go and badmouth and bash and put your opinion about me and my thoughts on how I do things and what I do without really knowing the whole idea and foundation and reasoning how that all started. And even called me immature, that I need to grow up. It's really sad, Kenny, that unfortunately I had to do a video like this responding back to you because you chose to do something and speak on me and E-Rock when you don't know us. And that's why I say that gaming right now, even in social media, is sad. Because you're not the only person that doesn't reciprocate back to me. But you have had opinions about me and said things about me. Since I came on the scene the first time, people calling me an opportunist, and I don't have to mention their names. A young lady that I spoke to one time in a party chat, and then afterwards in other party chat was saying to people that she was told that I was a woman beater. And nobody has ever known me like that. I've been with my wife 22 years and never once laid a hand on her, which she can support in her own voice in a video as well. I don't believe in that. I was raised alone with my mother for many years by myself, and my mother was always a disabled person and sick that I took care of for many years. I was her nurse and her son, just like you were to your dad, or I guess that's what it seems like. So my only thing to you is I can say is, word of an advice to you is, and I'm not saying you said that you didn't think we were cool guys or that anything like that, but you made some really harsh assumptions that you should have not made based on things that may look one way and weren't that way. So the only thing I can actually say to you is, as a word of advice in the future, don't make assumptions about people and make allegations and statements about people in a video or on Twitter or wherever without really first going to them and talking to them personally and really finding out the truth behind all that before you make that assumption. Because it's very presumptuous of you. Okay? And it's not cool. You hurt me as a person, and I don't even know you in person. Which that might not even matter to you because you don't give two craps because you don't know me. Maybe that's the case. But I'm an adult, and as an adult, I act like an adult. And this is the best way I can speak to you as honest as I can, telling you that wasn't cool at all. So because of that, yes, I will stop following your channel. I will stop being a member of your group. I will stop following you on Facebook. I will act like I've never knew you, because you obviously think very little of me and E-Rock, that he's also my friend. And it doesn't really seem like it's going to matter to you whether we follow you or not. I took you off my Xbox account because I refuse to be friends with somebody or try to be friends with somebody from this point forward that never took the time to get to know me, but did a 30-minute video ranting about me and one of my best friends in the community that were false, misconstrued, and implied in an unjust and unfair manner and way. I'm sorry, because I really do like who you are as a person with what I saw. But I'm very disappointed that you took this route towards me and E-Rock. And I'm only speaking on my behalf. So I mention him because that's the two people you mentioned the most. Okay? So I guess the video was in thought and implied and made right from the beginning using us in mind. I hope you have great success from this point forward. I wish you nothing but success. I hope you can recover from all your saddened situations of your life and lost. May your father rest in peace forever. I hope you find some peace with yourself, Kenny. Because I understand and I know what it feels like to be alone and sad and angry and pissed at the world. I know what it feels like. Like I said, both my parents died in my arms. I had to turn off the machine on life support with my mother when she died of the aneurysm because I couldn't afford to pay the hospitals and I had no choice. My mom raised me right. But I don't want people to think that I'm this immature person because of false accusations of me, of my character as a person representing gaming on YouTube, in my channel, or on social media. I said what I had to say, Kenny. Good luck with everything you do. And I hope you hear me in this video. I hope you hear me and listen. Because this is not a beef video. This is more about giving you a reality check about who I am as a real person that you know nothing about. Take care, Kenny.